Hi, everyone. I'm Jessica Stern, Senior Manager, Local Arts and Business Partnerships here at Americans for the Arts, and welcome to the third session of part one of the How to Partner with Your Chamber of Commerce series. This one is called Getting Started on a Partnership. We have multiple resources available for you on this activity page to view in tandem with this recording. Access the toolkit under the Toolkit tab, the transcript for the video under the Transcript tab, and additional resources under the Resources tab. Email us at artsu@artsusa.org should you need any assistance. I'm extremely pleased to welcome Jill McMillan Palm, Executive Director of the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville. Thank you so much for joining us, Jill. I will pass it to you.
Terrific. Thanks, Jessica. I'm so excited to be here. And as Jessica said, this is How to Partner with Your Local Chamber of Commerce, and this is session 3 of the series. And today we're going to be discussing some basic activations or programs that your local arts agency can undertake with your local Chamber of Commerce in order to build and deepen your relationship. My name's Jill McMillan Palm, and I am the Executive Director of the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville. The Arts and Business Council is a 501c3 nonprofit organization here in Nashville, Tennessee. We were founded in 2006 on the premise that artists of all genres are critical assets to be engaged, supported, and empowered, leading to a thriving, more just, and equitable society. We know that a strong sector of creative businesses will enhance the overall economic profile of the greater Nashville area, and a thriving arts community attracts businesses to Nashville. It makes for a happy, healthy population, and it creates strong, innovative solutions to social, business, and civic challenges. That being said, we work with individual artists, arts nonprofit organizations and those that run them, the for-profit creative businesses, and a broad spectrum of non-arts business and civic partners. By creating mutually beneficial partnerships between the arts and business, we are able to provide the direct services, key opportunities, and vital education necessary for a thriving, sustainable creative economy in the region. As economic development and private sector partnerships are an integral part of our organization's mission, it's been important to constantly survey the business landscape and understand how the Arts and Business Council can develop relationships with these businesses and other organizations that provide value in support of our mission. By knowing the landscape of your community, it's easier to understand everyone's roles, priorities, assets, goals, and the potential partnership opportunities that are out there. So here in Nashville, our major industries are healthcare, technology, financial services, arts, particularly the music industry. We are Music City, USA, after all. And we have a really strong hospitality sector and tourism industry because of that. Tourism is a really important piece of Nashville's marketing strategy and the Chamber's prosperity strategy, in which they market to other cities and states around the country and around the world. So there's several other key players in the business landscape, including the Mayor's Office, the Convention and Visitor Center, the Music City Music Council, the Entertainment Commission, and so on and so forth. As you know from the previous sessions, Chambers of Commerce are valuable networks of businesses and professionals working together to build a healthy economy and improve the quality of life in a community. Here in Nashville, our Chamber's mission is to create economic prosperity by facilitating community leadership. In addition to the main Nashville Chamber, there are also several affinity chambers, such as the LGBTQ Chamber, the Black Chamber, the Hispanic Chamber, and others. So we like to build relationships with those affinity chambers as well. Over time, the Arts and Business Council has been developing these relationships. In addition to being a member and paying our annual dues to the main chamber, our staff frequently takes advantage of the chamber's programming, including business networking mixers, informational events, posting our events on their community calendars, sending press releases about our relevant programs and events to their team, and inviting those key team members to our major events like our fundraiser or an event that I'll talk about a little bit later on. This kind of participation and involvement is really low-hanging fruit and a great place to start a relationship with your chamber and the other chamber members. It's a really important way to just show up, get to know people, and start figuring out what opportunities may be available for you and your arts organization. We found a lot of value in the other business partnerships that we've been able to form just by showing up to a networking event and meeting another business that may have use for our services or wants to be able to donate to the arts. That long-term relationship building sets the stage for when the time is right for a larger partnership opportunity. In 2012, the Arts and Business Council was doing some strategic planning work for our organization, and as a part of this strategic work, we realized that Nashville's community of artists and makers was, and still is, growing at a really rapid pace. We were seeing artists shift away from traditional day jobs and into creative enterprises full-time, and they faced new challenges that came with running those small businesses. Though there were several resources for other types of small businesses across Nashville, there were no sequential programs that provided a core business foundation for artists. These business skills were and still are critical to the success and sustainability of Nashville's creative economy. In order to begin tackling the issue, we first identified our expertise in training artists as a key asset to making this happen. The Arts and Business Council has been providing education seminars and workshops on a broad variety of business-related topics since 2006. So we know we had the tools available and the reach needed in order to build the foundation for a new program that addressed this issue. However, to truly address the gap in resources, we needed partners with additional expertise in entrepreneurial skills, small business training, working with communities, and building a stronger economy. In June 2013, the Arts and Business Council began the conversation by inviting a group of collaborators to the table that had a mutual interest in expanding entrepreneurship resources and strengthening the creative economy. After surveying the landscape, we identified these key partners as Metro Arts, our local arts agency at the city level, the Nashville Entrepreneur Center, a nonprofit that connects entrepreneurs with the resources to create, launch, and grow their businesses, the Mayor's Office of Economic and Community Development, and the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce. From there, we invited those partners to a half-day planning retreat to discuss the business needs of the creative community. During that retreat, this group found immediate consensus around the importance of training and retaining artists in the city, as well as attracting more artists to Nashville. So these 5 organizations, these 4 partners and the Arts and Business Council, assessed the current landscape of the creative community, reviewed the current trainings that were offered, identified gaps, additional needs, and made commitments to continue the conversation and contribute the time and resources necessary to start filling these gaps. So if you're looking at building a partnership with your chamber, it doesn't have to be a half-day planning retreat right off the bat if you don't have the resources or the opportunity to do that. It can be as simple as making a phone call, having meetings, starting to do some info gathering within the means that you have necessary in order to start building these relationships long-term. So once we had that meeting, we decided to test our assumptions. We figured this was an issue, but until we actually talked to the people we were trying to serve, we weren't sure that it made sense to do this. So we surveyed our creative community to test the assumptions from that retreat about the need for business training for artists. We did a survey. Over 300 artists responded to this survey and said that yes, entrepreneurial skills were the #1 resource that they needed to sustain their creative business. Like I said, it's always a good idea before launching a program or a new partnership to make sure that that idea actually addresses a need of the community that you're trying to serve, whether that's informal interviews with your constituents, more formal surveys like we did, conversations with peer organizations, or just testing your assumptions in your community based on kind of mini pilot programs, or looking at research from programs in other communities. It's really crucial that you have that communication and collaboration with your audience, so you can build that and you're not wasting time building a partnership that isn't going to be successful down the road. With the confirmation of this community need, the coalition of partners outlined their specific partner roles and formally joined forces to launch Periscope Artist Entrepreneur Training in spring of 2014. Periscope is an annual application-based training program that empowers working artists to see their artistic vision and creative practice through an entrepreneurial lens. The curriculum teaches artists the entrepreneurial skills they need to develop innovative strategies for organizing, planning, and sustaining their creative careers. The structure of the program has 3 core components. First, there are 8 weeks of professional development curriculum for working artists. These sessions are taught by content area experts from our network of volunteers, as well as from the Entrepreneur Center. During those training sessions, participants also learn from and share best practices with interdisciplinary peers through small group work facilitated by professional artist group leaders. And after the conclusion of the 8-week curriculum, each artist is paired one-on-one with a high-caliber business mentor for 6 months to continue working on and refining their business plan. At the end of the year, the program culminates in the Periscope Pitch and Artist Entrepreneur Showcase, an incredible event where that year's participating artists can choose to pitch their business or their new line of work to the community for a chance to win financial awards to see their work. We also create several other year-round opportunities to celebrate the work of alumni artists, spotlight their successes, and many alumni stay involved with the program, like serving as a small group leader in future years. So how did we accomplish all of this? Through ongoing conversations with the program partners after that initial planning retreat, we began to define the roles, set timelines and budgets, and build a draft plan for the program. You'll see here a screenshot of a part of a draft proposal that the Arts and Business Council circulated to the partners, setting expectations for the partnership. This draft is actually still pretty close to how the partnership operates today. And with these expectations, the Periscope Partners team is involved with planning and executing Periscope Artist Entrepreneur Training year-round. The Arts and Business Council serves as the backbone organization and leads development of the program, including logistics and fundraising. We also contribute our arts expertise to develop the curriculum and help translate it for a creative audience. The Entrepreneur Center provides expert entrepreneurial training, curriculum customization, and workshop space when we're able to be in person. Our Metro Arts Commission provides funding for artist group leaders to facilitate small group learning and helps us develop evaluation tools to track outcomes. The Chamber of Commerce helps develop the brand for the program and provides access to the Chamber's small business resources, as well as markets the program to entrepreneurs that may be in their network, but not in ours. And the Mayor's Office provides recognition of the importance of artists to our local economy with media opportunities and the Mayor's participation in the annual Periscope Pitch event. Each of the partner team members have exceptional experience in their fields. And further, each team member or the designated person at each of those organizations participates in team meetings, helps promote the program and recruit outstanding artist applications, assists with the artist selection process, shows up and participates in the graduation ceremony and the pitch competition, and contributes to the program evaluation process year over year. These strategic public-private partnerships, particularly with the Chamber of Commerce, allowed us to ground our work in both the creative and the business sectors and maximize each of our strengths, resulting in a much more robust program than the Arts and Business Council could have pulled off alone. Periscope is now in its 8th year, and by the end of 2021, 172 artists will have graduated through the program. As the program has developed or different individuals have joined the partner organizations or left the partner organizations, we've had to reevaluate and renegotiate the roles and responsibilities among the partners. It's also been really important to evaluate the partnership along the way and collect feedback from everyone involved, as well as those that we're serving. What's working? What's not working? Is the partnership equitable among everyone involved? Is the partnership accomplishing what it set out to do? Did the partnership or the program reveal new opportunities that we can act on or, get other people involved to help solve those challenges? Recognizing that this is a long-term strategy for our organization, as well as the community as a whole, we've really prioritized communication and collaboration among the partners in order to make this a mutually beneficial relationship that supports the individual programs and goals of each participating organization. With the Chamber specifically, we know that this program helps them market Nashville to the rest of the world for business relocation and development, tourism, and more, by ensuring that we have strong artistic and cultural infrastructure for years to come. From their involvement as a partner with Periscope Artist Entrepreneur Training, the Chamber has a direct pipeline of materials and media opportunities to tell the story of Nashville's creative economy and how the city supports its art and artists. Thanks so much for learning a little bit more about the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville and our Periscope Artist Entrepreneur Training. We are always here for questions, and I have my contact information up on the screen. If you'd like to get in touch, please feel free to do so.
Thank you so much to Jill for this presentation and insight. This is such a great way for leaders to see how they can both start a partnership with one partner or grow into a fully fledged program with multiple partners. We at Americans for the Arts are always inspired by and grateful to the work of the Arts and Business Councils and business committees for the arts across the country for your leadership in fostering strong business and arts partnerships in your communities. So thank you. As a reminder, this is the third and final session of How to Partner with Your Chamber of Commerce, Part 1. As part of this package, there are 2 additional pre-recorded sessions and a digital toolkit to accompany this content. We invite you to participate in periodic live conversations with various presenters on these programs to ask your questions and hear from your peers. All of these sessions and toolkits are available on ArtsU, and you can also find the toolkits on the Partnership Movement website at partnershipmovement.org. Thank you very much.